Jamming with History, Chapter 6 Accomplices. When Roman came down for breakfast the next day, he found his mother looking quite miffed. "Everything all right, mother?" he asked worriedly. Last time she'd had that look on her face, she was about to tell him that they couldn't celebrate his birthday at home due to a big business venture. It took him along on the trip, but still felt bad that they'd had to plan his celebration in between meetings and showcases. His mother did not like it when things were left out of her control. "Yes, Roman, your mother is she had a bad night," his father reassured him, patting his wife on the shoulder, though his eyes had a faint "I told you so" behind them when the couple locked eyes, much to the annoyance of the wife. Roman sat down, thanking Marisha who served him his breakfast. "Is it still about Virgil giving me rides? If it truly bothers you, I can call him up and tell him I'll be taking my bike," he offered, feeling a little guilty that he'd apparently underestimated how worried yesterday's demonstration had made his parents. "No, it's fine. I'm sure he's a very bright and well-behaved boy." Roman was not convinced. "Are you sure? If you are truly upset about me and Virgil spending time together, I will talk to the teacher and—" His mother shook her head firmly. "No, that won't be necessary. Let's just enjoy breakfast. We'll trust your judgment, Roman," she assured him. Roman looked at his father, who simply nodded in agreement. "Okay." They finished breakfast with pleasant conversation. After brushing his teeth and collecting his school bag, Roman got a message. "Trust exercise. Open the gate." Roman's heart jumped. He wouldn't. He rushed to the front gate monitor and saw a shape approaching at high speed. He would. Roman quickly pressed a button to open the gate and waited with bated breath. Virgil barely squeezed through the opening, once again skidding to a halt in front of the front door. Roman let out a sigh of relief before taking his borrowed jacket and helmet from Danny, with a nod in gratitude and storming out. "Are you completely insane?" he demanded. "I would have stopped if I couldn't make it. I know my girl. We were fine," Virgil assured Roman as he got off and started taking off his helmet to talk more comfortably. Roman had to assume. "Still, don't do that again, okay? I would have felt horrible if you got hurt just to give my parents a fright and—" Roman's next words died in his throat. Virgil had taken off his helmet and he'd gotten a haircut. His hair, that had always reached the base of his skull, was now a buzz on the left side of his head, and the color, always a dark brown, was now a vibrant purple. On top of all that, Virgil now had piercings in his ear, left eyebrow and lip. If Virgil didn't look like trouble before, he definitely did now. "I had an appointment yesterday, and had these laying around from a joke I played on Thomas a while back, courtesy of Uncle Remus and Mr. J. What do you think?" Roman swallowed and put on his helmet and handed his backpack over to Virgil, who put it in the compartment under his seat, chuckling. "Looks good, I guess," Roman finally replied as he and Virgil got on his bike. Virgil didn't comment and put on his helmet, taking off, but not before waving in the direction of the house. Roman managed to catch sight of Danny, looking through the door curiously before he heard the engine come to life, and he grabbed onto Virgil's waist to stay in his seat. Now that he knew what to expect, he wasn't as nervous about the ride, and he found that he quite liked watching the world speed by like this. He let his thoughts wander until Virgil came to a stop at a stall Roman had never seen before. "Time to get off," Virgil announced. Roman followed Virgil inside. There were a handful of other motorbikes parked and locked in the stall. "It gets locked after the first bell and won't open up again until school's out. Hence why I didn't want to be late," he told Roman as he got paranoia in place. Roman hummed in acknowledgement. "So I was thinking, obviously we tell our friends. I know mine would be happy to help out if we need some extra players in our performance. A couple of accomplices can't hurt," Virgil suggested as he took the backpacks out and replaced them with their helmets. Roman thought about that. "I would agree. My friends would most likely be interested in allying with us as well. Is there anyone else you were thinking of telling of our prank?" he wondered, as they started to make their way to the building. Well, Uncle Pat and Uncle Lo wouldn't approve exactly, but Uncle Remus and Mr. J would give us a hand. My parents and Thomas can't, no, they definitely make me come clean right away. Roman made note of the names Virgil mentioned, in his attempt at constructing some idea of Virgil's family life. It sounded like a busy bunch. Virgil's tone made him feel like it was a loving home, though. How about your swim team? He asked. Those are friends too, right? I might tell them if it comes up, but I don't think I'd ask for help from them. Virgil mused as he held the door open for Roman, something Roman appreciated even if people seemed to be staring. Virgil's new looks, combined with the company he came in with, was bound to start some gossip. Reminds me though, I'll need to be at swim practice after school. I can drop you up before, but if you want I can set you up in the gym. You know, if you want to compensate for losing the exercise you got from your commute, Virgil suggested, seemingly unaffected by the stares. Really? You do that? Roman asked. Virgil shrugged. Consider it me making up for that paper towel thing from before. I realize I might have sounded kind of, you know. It was odd to hear Virgil insecure about anything. Roman took this to mean that he really meant it. Oh, it's all right, Roman shrugged. He'd heard way worse and had mainly been embarrassed he'd needed defending from someone he expected would use it against him. It's not. I was so busy putting Chad in his place, I overlooked your feelings. Virgil looked back at him. I'm sorry, he said sincerely. Well, apology more than accepted then, was all Roman could think of saying. Virgil's lip curled in a slight smirk as he stopped at his locker. Cool, he said as he dumped the stuff he didn't need for his first period inside. Suddenly Roman noticed there was a tension to Virgil's frame. He was taking deeper breaths than usual, and his hands was gripping his locker more tightly than he would consider normal. He closed it more forcefully too. Can't mind their own damn business, he grumbled under his breath. Roman bit his lip as they walked to his locker. So this was bothering Virgil. He had to tell him now. Are you sure you are okay with this? This might not be the worst it'll get, Roman told him as he swiftly switched out the contents of his backpack. Yeah, I can handle it. I've dealt with worse. Roman doubted it. Beyond maybe some assumptions of the nerds of the school, no one seemed to have a single bad word to say about him. Still, he let it go. He'd tell him about the press issue when he had less potential eavesdroppers. So, you talk to your friends, I'll talk to mine. Roman nodded in agreement. Yeah, oh, he exclaimed as he recalled his conversation with his mother of that morning. My mother tried to say something nice about you this morning, he told Virgil. It clearly cost her a lot of effort. Wonder why? It wasn't like his mother. Virgil chuckled. Didn't take them long, he mused. What does that mean? Roman wondered as they entered their first period class. Virgil just looked back at him with a twinkle in his eyes and walked to